Bum 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 bum. Ba da 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 da. Spookily dookily dookily doo. Everybody knows. Yeah, there we go. Chicken stew. Still waiting for people to come in. There you are. There's humans. Yes, you're a lie, TJ. Yo, YP, Senpai. Words like violence fill the silence. Yo, TJ, hello. Brittany says hi. I'm here. Let's do this. Fun day Sunday. Interesting stuff. Interesting things of an interesting nature. Don't you know that things exist and everything is stupid? TJ, hearts. Let Elmo tickle you, TJ. No. The power of hour. No. Wrong. Howdy, Coolman. Coolman, I want you to set up a VC in my Discord so that I can talk to people on stream if I need to. I don't know how to do that, but I know people do it. Get on it. Was watching football, but my team sucks, so I'll watch this instead. You could always just like mute the game and listen to me while you just watch that. It's mostly gonna... football games are 92.6% commercials anyway. I can make one for just for mods / you. And you can drag people in. Okay. Why not? Why even mods? Just make one for me. Well, I guess mods can have access to. In case they need to kick someone out of there or something. I don't know. Coolman is helping machines usurp your essence. Yeah, what the fuck is going on with this shit? Why is there this terrible AI TJ in my fucking... that I'm looking at here that's given answers I would never give to questions? Like, why is there a fucking... what is this horrible thing? Fucking goddamn Coolman has created some kind of nightmarishly bad TJ chatbot. He's like, it's not perfect. It's not even close. It's not even close. Its answers to these questions are fucking terrible. Make sure you rate and comment the message so it can learn. Oh my god. Just replace me with a fucking machine already. I thought I would at least get 5 to 10 more years of before I fucking reached obsolescence, but okay. Cool, cool. Sounds good. If you want, I can delete it. No, that's fine. That's fine. You can do it. If it actually starts to get accurate, maybe you could start fucking responding to YouTube comments for me or something. TJ, can I have your Twitter? No. Because I don't have one. I have a read-only Twitter because I'm banned. I thought... wasn't Elon Musk supposed to give everybody amnesty or something? Wasn't that like a thing? Like, he did a poll where he was like, should I give everyone Twitter amnesty? And then he didn't do it because I'm still banned. Like, when he did his little Trump poll, he fucking let Trump back like the next day. But where am I? I'm not back. Made the VC called TJ's Throne. Well, why would they get to sit on my throne? Call it TJ's Throne Room. Like, they're allowed to come in the throne room and talk to me. They're not allowed on the fucking throne. Give me a break. Listen to Preston. He has good ideas. Who the fuck is Preston? Where's... I don't even see a Preston in here. There ain't no damn Preston. You've lost your fucking mind. I challenge TJ to single combat for the throne to the kingdom. No. Guards, kill him. Can I sit on the throne, King? Yeah. You can sit on the throne. Elon is buying YouTube. Elon barely had enough money to buy Twitter. He had to get support. He had to get help from like the Saudis and shit. And YouTube is insanely bigger than Twitter. Elon Musk could not afford to buy YouTube. I'm too good of a swordsman. I killed the guards. No, you didn't. My guards are the finest swordsmen in the lands. Can I lay next to the throne on a dog bed? I don't know. That depends on how you look, I guess. Hate to be superficial, but you know, we have an image to keep up here. The world would be better off without Twitter. Well, that's the truth. What if someone brings a gun against your guards? Then they chop the bullets out of the air with their swordsman skills. Yes, but YouTube makes a lot less money unless the adpocalypse is over. That's from Ann Prim Paul. I don't know what kind of YouTube money YouTube makes, or if it even makes money at all. I don't know if it's still a loser in that marketplace. I don't really know what kind of like profit margins YouTube might make. I mean, it seems like it's probably pretty hard for them to make profit hosting that much those many videos. But, you know, maybe they're looking at a far longer game. But still, the value of YouTube is far more than the value of Twitter. Like, let's see. YouTube valuation. I don't know if there's like an independent. How much is YouTube worth? So YouTube actually reported revenue of 19.8 billion in 2020. Let's see. So, according to an estimate from some random website somewhere, the value of YouTube in and of itself is valued at $180 billion, which is a lot more than Elon Musk spent on Twitter. That was about 44 billion. No one has $180 billion liquid. No human being. Even someone who has that much on paper, it's in stocks and stuff and assets. Putin probably has it. Yeah, maybe Putin could buy YouTube. Call it PootTube or something. Welcome to PootTube. It sounds like a fart fetish site. Whatever. That works. I have that much money. Zelensky is my cousin. Dope. TJ, I really like the Bitch Boy tournament. Well, yeah, who didn't? The Bitch Boy tournament was great. Top fucking notch, motherfucker. Yeah, moviepoopshoot.com or whatever the fuck from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So there's a throne room voice chat in my Discord. Am I in it now? Noise suppression. I guess I'm in it. So how would I drag someone in here, Coleman? Like, how would that even work? How do I add someone to this fucking voice chat if I want them in there? He ain't answering. He's garbage. What a douchebag. Damn you, Coleman. Damn you to hell! If you want people to join, just do an @ everyone and tell them to join another channel. No, no, no. I want it to be one person at a time. I don't want to do no group shit. I want it to be like a thing where if I want to talk to someone on my stream, I can just bring them in there. Do I need to set up a different Discord server for this? Would that be more practical? I'm not really sure how it works. We're going to have to go over it privately when I'm not streaming, I guess. Ann Prim Paul says no. No. Who the fuck is Shabisky? I heard that name round the way, but I can't put a face to it. TJ doesn't know how computers work. Do you? TJ, are you still working out? I have almost for 2 years. I'm 33. Do you find building muscle in your 30s difficult? PS, been a fan since 2006. I haven't worked out in a minute. I have my home gym like 90% set up, so I really have no excuse not to. I'm just trying at this point to get into some kind of like rhythm of a routine. So I guess my next priority is to build an actual routine so that I can, you know, do that. That's my plan. Build a routine. I figure if I work out 20 minutes a day, that's going to yield pretty decent results. You know, doesn't need to be an insane workout. I mean, like muscle building shit, 20 minutes a day. Not like, you know, obviously I should do some cardio stuff as well, but like I figure, you know, if there's 20 minutes a day devoted to that, but I just don't know how to split shit. Because I can't do full body in 20 minutes. So I need to figure out like what muscle groups to target on what days. I saw these guys who are like personal trainers and shit say like, hey, you know, if you can do 20 minutes a day, you're going to have actually better results doing 20 minutes a day than like an hour 3 times a week or something like that. So I figure that sounds pretty promising. So I'm not sure. I just need to figure out a routine, I guess, and just stick to it. Try pull, push, legs. It works for me. Chest and biceps, back and triceps, legs and shoulders. I really want to. I want my butt is flat. Okay, like if you actually like grab my butt, there's actually a lot of meat there, but it doesn't stick out. So I need to get like more of a jut to my butt. So I want to prioritize that over like anything else because like that'd be better for me than having like big arms or whatever. Want more ass. I mean, it's not really Hank Hill because Hank Hill had like a little small ass. I have a pretty substantive ass. It just doesn't stick out. I want that bubble butt. God damn it. So, yeah, I need to do like some hip thrusts and shit. Distance running would destroy my fucking legs. Biceps and shoulders should be together, yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what I need to do. I just need to have like maybe 2 days for that. And then some leg shit. I don't know, maybe like a couple, like a chest. I don't know. I need to look up something. I need to look up a fucking routine. I can't fucking figure this out on my own. I need to figure out if there's someone. I need to figure out someone out there who's developed like a 20-minute a day sort of thing that targets different groups, and then I just need to like probably modify it to make it more butt centric or whatever. Just get some roids and get shredded, man. If there was no adverse effects, I'd just do it. Of course, like a lot of people would do it if there's no adverse effects. If you could control over if you had control over a fleet of interstellar space vessels, and you came across a 20th century level planet with a society very similar to humanity, would you give them access to your tech? No. I would not be doing them any favors. Or don't worry how your ass looks, man. Shut up. My ass is my concern. You don't get to tell me what I could be concerned about. I want a big butt. You don't fucking get to like just come here and tell me what parts of my body I need to prioritize. Because that's way more important to me than having big arms. My English 101 professor showed me your private prisons clip, and I've been a fan since 2014. How do you feel about it being shown in college classes? Your English 101 professor fucking rules, and you should tell him that they can contact me anytime. Because I dig it. I'd love to have more influence with the academia. The academia. The macadamia nuts. Yeah. I want that influence. I want that power. I want the prestige. Fucking English professor loves my shit. Boom. Are you going to talk to the TJ AI clone? Maybe when it's better. TJ is turning our kids into libtards and queers. Cool. How do you feel about the Amazing Atheist is 3 greatest philosopher of our time? I don't think it's 3. I think they're right, though. Underestimating, though. It's more like the greatest philosopher of all time. In fact, the only philosopher worth listening to. Let's just change the title to that. TJ in booty shorts. I mean, need a booty first. Good idea. I taught it to despise Gurgi today. Thank you. Just sharing with someone that's disconnected from my situation. My ex-wife and mother of my 2 boys was arrested for attempted murder and conspiracy to commit. And I hope we never see her again. I mean, she's the mother of your children, so you probably will have to deal with her again in one way or another. Unless your kids are pretty much just like, we want nothing to do with her. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to want to. I guess it just depends on like what the relationship is with her. But I don't know. Thinking that you can so easily just kind of like sweep the parent of your kids out of your life is probably a tall order. Even when murder's involved. TJ rode into the sunset on his noble steed. Chelsea, seated behind, asks, so if you don't want to be a YouTuber, what do you want to be? TJ, adjusting his crown, responds, hell, girl, can't you guess? That's, you cribbed the ending of Preacher. I recognize it. Of course, there's no crown involved, but, you know. She got the clap from me. Damn. Brutal. Brutal. Everybody getting the clap these days. I guess if you guys develop an AI of me that's like advanced enough, it can be king in my stead once I die. For the Throne Room VC, I made it so there's a 2-person limit, so it's just you and another person. If you want nobody but you to join until you give them permission, then you have to change the permissions every time you want that to happen. How do other people do this shit? I'll have to ask someone who streams more than me. TJ, can I think about you in the shower? How the fuck would I stop you? I can't stop you from thinking about me anywhere you want to think about me. I can't control your thoughts, and nor should I have the ability to do so. Think about me wherever you want. Not that you need my permission. You don't. Like the floating head in Power Rangers, but TJ is just telling them all he wants a bubble butt. Yeah. Go, go, Power Rangers. Doo-doo. Zordon, what's the mission today?
Rangers, my ass is flat like a pancake. I need a badonkadonk, Rangers.
You're making us uncomfortable, Zordon.
Fuck you. I got no ass.
The other day I was showering and wondering what segments like you would... Wait. Wondering what having segments like you would be like. I don't know. It's like... The segments really don't come out until I'm sitting down or leaning or something. Because if I'm standing up, usually my segments kind of like stretch out. But if I'm down here, the segments start to happen. The folds emerge. I don't really know what it's like because I don't know what it's not like. You know what I mean? I have no basis to compare to. You'd have to talk to someone who's both had and not had segments. TJ, if you could speak any other language fluently, which would you choose? Just curious. Latin. Because that's like the base language for so many languages, right? So if I understood Latin, I could have an inroad to understand a bunch of other languages. Is that how that works? I think it is. German is pretty similar to English. I know that. Like a lot of sentences barely even sound different from one language to the next. So I guess German would be pretty easy. You'd be accepted in an English high society with Latin. It's like a cheat code. Well, there you go. There's more. I'm discovering more advantages all the time. Plus, I mean, think of all the spooky shit I could do. You know? If you want to scare someone, just be like, Lactes Domine. You'd be like, oh shit, what the fuck did he just say to me? I don't know. Who's going to the Super Bowl this year? I have not seen any football this year, I don't think. Maybe I think I might have caught part of one game somewhere. Top NFL teams. All right. The Buffalo Bills are going to win. There you go. They're going to win the Super Bowl. It's all good. Sports suck anyways. I generally agree. I mean, I don't know. I like I've said this before. I like going to see live sports, but I'm not really a big fan of watching them on TV. I think it's cool to participate in sports, and I think you know, athleticism is prized for good reasons, but I don't really like it as entertainment that much unless I'm actually there. So apparently, Coolman is telling me that there's something called Stages that has been introduced on Discord type of VC that should allow you to do what you want. I'll show you it to you after the stream. Well, after the stream, I'm going to be in a meeting with Scotty and Paul for a minute, but yeah, you can show it to me at some point today. What's your favorite casino? I mean, as long as they have like the machines I want. Like basically I like the roulette machine that doesn't make you deal with a human being. So I prefer the one that actually has a real wheel so I can see it spinning, but like the ones that have just digital wheels are fine too. But yeah, I like playing roulette, but I don't like to actually sit at a table with other human beings and like say words and stuff. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at with that. Are you shy in real life? I don't know if it's shyness or if it's misanthropy, but I guess it amounts to the same. Yeah, human beings, I don't know. I don't like the way they make me feel being around people. Money for our Lord TJ. You people that are just made of words on screens are a lot easier to be around, I feel. You've lost your color, TJ. I know, it's crazy. Well, I was watching a movie last night called Black Sunday. I think it's also called The Mask of Satan in some markets or whatever. And it was black and white, so I felt inspired to be in black and white today. It's a pretty cool movie. A lot of good special effects considering the time period especially. Is it possible that you're autistic? I guess it's possible. I don't think I am, but you wouldn't be the first person to suggest it. I have ADHD, which I think is also tethered to autism, I think. A lot of people have said there's like a connection there. So I guess that's very possible, maybe. I don't know. I think he has Down syndrome. Man, you're so mean. So cruel. If you look like Brad Pitt, would you like being around people more? I don't think it has anything to do with my appearance. Some forms of high-functioning autism can be similar to minor sociopathy, so maybe that's what you have. Yeah, I think that there's definitely a streak of anti-social personality disorder in me. I'm not like devoid of empathy, but I don't necessarily do it easily. But then again, I cry at the drop of a hat watching a movie, so I don't know. I would love to see a horror movie with today's special effects in black and white, practical facts, not digital. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times CG and practical can work really well together. I feel like the problem is really not the fact that CG is used at all. I think the problem is that CG is overused. My rule of thumb would be like, if you can do something practically, you should do it practically. If you can't do it practically, that's when you should turn to CG. You know, real men don't cry at movies. Okay. I mean, I don't care. I don't care if I'm a real man or not. I don't really have much of an affinity for the man term. I'm okay with like he, him pronouns and shit, but I don't really get all hung up on that. Probably need a sliver of sociopathy to survive the public spotlight without losing your mind. That might be true, honestly. Because come to think of it, every YouTuber I've ever met has seemed a little bit like a sociopathic narcissist. I think that's not a coincidence. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just a big old coincidence. Or maybe everyone's like that. I'm not sure. Pronouns are for them goddamn liberals, man. Real men never stop crying. Real men cry at everything. They weep at the beauty of life itself. I think you either have to have minor sociopathy or be a completely ignorant to function in American society. I mean, it definitely helps. In a society that's driven by like greed and exploitation, it definitely helps to not have much care or sympathy for your fellow man. But I think that's the thing that's wrong with me, as this is why I'm not a good sociopath, because yeah, on an individual level I can kind of do that, but on like a societal level it starts to fuck with me. Because I do have empathy and like regard for my fellow man in the abstract. It's just when it gets down to the nitty gritty of actually dealing with them in one-on-one where I start to fucking falter. It's like, wait a minute, these human things kind of suck. Not always though. There's a few of them I like. Every now and then I'll meet a human like, wow, this is a pretty fucking good human. But you know, humans are like potato salad. You know, most of them are not that good, but when you find a good one, it's like, wow, this is really good. If an evil witch turned you into a dog, I would give you a single doggy treat. Why just one? I feel like you should give me more doggy treats than that. I feel the exact same way. The potato salad theory of humanity, yes. Potato salad is shit no matter how you make it. You're a moron and you've never fucking... Either you've never had good potato salad or you have no fucking taste. See, you're one of the bad potato salads. You're one of these people that puts eggs in it or something. Actually, I've actually had good ones with eggs in it. But it's harder to make a good potato salad with egg. How do you feel about the idea that all art is political in some shape or form? Everything is political in some shape or form. It's the thing about people, I never understand these people who go around and be like, I don't like politics. It's like, well then you don't just fucking you don't even like existence then. Just go away. Because everything is going to have a political dimension to it. There's not a single thing in life that doesn't have some political dimension to it. I think that when people say that though, they're just thinking about electoralism. They're just thinking about politician A running against politician B. They're not talking about politics in the broader sense of like, you know, how society should be organized and so on. Is beer right wing or left wing? Beer is... Depends on the beer. Budweiser, right wing. Some local micro brew shit, yeah, that's left wing. Just depends on the beer. The better the beer is, the more left wing the beer is. The shittier and more corporate the beer is, the more swill and piss it tastes, the more right wing it is. What are the politics of the Teletubbies? The politics are radical transgender extremists trying to castrate the children. That's what's going on there. Don't you know? Why is everything so tribal with y'all? What an ironic statement. Where does coleslaw belong on the political compass? Coleslaw is libertarian. Libertarian right, but not far right. Libertarian center right. Keep politics out of my Star Wars. Oh yeah, that movie about a group of ragtag rebels trying to destroy a fascist dictatorship that rules the universe. Yeah, I'll keep politics out of that, buddy. Where do pugs fall on the political spectrum? They don't. I mean, it depends on the individual pug. I mean, different pugs have different politics. You can't paint all pugs with one broad brush, okay? Politics is gay and trans. You're making politics sound good. Paint all pugs. Where's the political compass fall on the political spectrum? Center authoritarian right. Oh, and your dick is small. Thanks. I appreciate you. That's very true. No war but the class war. I saint it. I saint it. Cynic is the enlightened centrist. Cynic is pretty far right. He's not a centrist. Pretty much 90% of the people who call themselves centrists are usually right wingers. I kind of shotgun all over the political spectrum. I mean, some people are like that. Are you a gun guy? No, not really. I'm not anti-gun, but I would be. Like, if I thought that there was actually a practical way to get rid of guns, I'd do it. But there isn't, so I think being anti-gun is pointless. And I do think that with, radical right-wing militant groups arming to the teeth, it's kind of incumbent on left-wingers to arm themselves as well, but I haven't done it myself. So it's really just words for me at this point. But yeah, I definitely should get some kind of fucking gun. But I really don't want one. I armed myself with a bow and arrow. Cool. Marx was fiercely pro-gun. Right, I know. I'm not a Marxist, so... doesn't really mean much to me. I don't know what kind of gun I want. To be honest, I definitely feel uncomfortable around guns. I probably just want something that's a little bit stupid. Like, as in something I wouldn't have to practice that much to get good with. Like a shotgun. Something I could just point in the general direction of what I want dead. Get a super soaker. Yeah, just fill it with battery acid. Acid gun. Semi-auto shotgun. Yeah, I was thinking something like that. Something I can just fucking, something that just sprays. It's like a combat shotgun, Something I wouldn't have to reload very much. I don't know how many fucking shots you can get in a shotgun. Like a combat shotgun or something. I don't know what kind of fucking carrying capacity or like whatever the fuck you can get with that. Weaponized botulism. Hell yeah. Make a 3D printed gun, no serial numbers. Well, if I was planning on using my gun for like crimes and shit, then I guess I would do that. But since I'm just planning on using it for defensive purposes, I don't really see any reason to worry about serial numbers. Your fear of guns probably helped by a gun safety course. Maybe so, but I'm like, the people who are into guns in America tend to strafe so right-wing that I really don't want to associate with them in any way, shape, or form. because I just feel like it would just like add to my discomfort. I don't feel like if I could like be educated in gun safety by someone who was not a fucking psychopath, that'd be fine. This is where I feel like the barrier for entry is for like leftists trying to get into like guns, is that the culture of guns is so fucking far right that it's like uncomfortable to enter that space to even start to accrue weaponry. TJ, there are a lot of left-wing gun clubs. I guess. I don't know. Maybe there are. I've never heard of one. Do they do like courses? Because try to find your local SRA, Socialist Rifle Association chapter. I wonder if I'm fucking, I wonder if I'm socialist enough for them though. You know? I don't know. I just feel super uncomfortable around people. I guess it really just boils down to it. I just hate human beings and wish I could just do without them. But whatever. I guess I need to get over it since I want to be the ruler of the earth and I have to deal with you motherfuckers more. But I like dealing with you in the abstract more than I like dealing with you in the practical. In fact, you rarely see kings dealing with fucking individual matters like human beings and shit. They more just take a status report. What must be done for the good of the lands. That must make streaming and doing YouTube pretty hard. No, it's really easy. No, this is easy as fuck. I love yammering, so that's fine. I got no problems there. Yeah, I'm not a micromanager. I'm a macro manager. TJ thinks what people are better at slavery. I saw your last podcast about the black lady that you thought hated white people. If she said billionaires instead of white people, you'd 100%, 100%. All right, I'm going to try to understand your comment. TJ thinks what people, I think you meant white people, are better at slavery. I saw your, I mean, we are. We definitely have, we've done better historically. About that black lady you thought hated white people. If she said billionaires instead of white people, you'd 100. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Yeah. So, like, wait, is that a point? I never understand this argument where it's like, if they'd said this instead of that, well, that's a totally different thing. Yeah, you say you want to fucking, eat ice cream, but if I said dog shit instead of ice cream, you wouldn't want that. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't, because that's a totally different thing. Yeah, if you replace the subject of the sentence, my feeling about the sentence might change. Woo. Good job. Here, buy an eyebrow trimmer. No, I don't want it. I don't fucking want it, bro. Yeah, that black lady from the stream was pretty dumb. Whatever that professor was, she was a fucking piece of shit. I don't know who was a bigger piece of shit between her and the guy that was responding to her, whose name I could never fucking remember. Michael Knowles? That sounds right. I don't know who was a bigger piece of shit between the two of them, but they both sucked. Two racists of different skin tones arguing about who's less racist or who's more racist or whatever the fucking argument even was. Yo, there's 240 people in here. Why is there only 43 likes? Because these fuckers are stingy with their likes. That's what it boils down to. All billionaires had to have exploited and take advantage of people to get where they are. I mean, some of them might have just inherited it, I guess. But yeah, for the most part, you're right. I mean, there's just no way to become a billionaire in this. I mean, like, even there just shouldn't be billionaires. There just shouldn't be someone who has that kind of power and resources and wealth. I'm not even anti-wealth. I want to make that clear. I'm not against I mean, if someone makes a fucking outsized contribution to the human race, then I think they should be rewarded for it. But the system of rewards we have right now, it doesn't necessarily reward contribution. It rewards mass exploitation. And we don't have there's no process of wisdom in contemplating what sort of goods and services exist on the market. It's the only standard is like, will it make money? And if it will make money, they'll allow it. And that's pretty ridiculous because there's plenty of things that could make a profit and yet shouldn't exist because they do massive harm. So, yeah, we definitely need to change the system. But if you have a system that's reasonable, and in that system someone makes an outsized contribution because they invented something useful to humanity, then, you know, I think that person should enjoy the fruits of their labor. Cap it at 100 mil. Yeah, I would say probably. I mean, I don't even know if it'd be necessarily a monetary cap. I just wouldn't create a system where it'd be possible to accrue that kind of wealth. The tax, you know, beyond a certain revenue point per year, the tax rate would go to 100%, and there'd just be no way to accrue the kind of wealth that you see nowadays. I agree with you on everything but race. What do you disagree with me on race? Could you trust a government with that much power? Yeah. I mean, you already do. Like, your government right now has fucking nuclear bombs and shit. I don't know. I mean, you have to trust something. I mean, the power has to go somewhere. You know, I want to be an anarchist, and I consider myself one, but I think that you can only be an anarchist as far as you can actually organize human beings laterally. I think at some point you can't do it. I think at some point you have to have some sort of hierarchical structure. And so my version of anarchism is basically just like minimize that as much as possible. If you can get it to 0, fucking awesome, let's do it. But if you can't, then, you know, let's have as minimal hierarchical structure as possible. Look up the Pareto distribution. Accumulation of resources to the top 0.1% is a law of nature that occurs in the star systems, microbiology, and countless other natural systems. It's inevitable. Luckily, though, human beings have a tremendous ability to overcome nature, to defy it. And that's what we should do. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a deep fat fried retirement home? I talked about Paul. Aren't you the guy that I asked what your disagreements with me on race are? Why are you talking about something else? Answer my question. Would companies be able to compete with companies outside of that tax jurisdiction? I don't know if there'd be companies in the way that you're thinking of them, or tax jurisdictions. I don't know. I haven't really started. I mean, right now I'm just obsessed with accruing the power that I need to become king. I haven't really actually come up with the structure of the society I want to build yet. I know the things that I want to abolish. I don't necessarily know the things I want to build yet. That's going to be harder and probably require some intellectuals. Everyone who uses the appeal to nature fallacy should be tossed in the middle of the jungle. I mean, I don't think he was using the appeal to nature fallacy. I think he was just trying to say that that he feels like it's inevitable that resources are concentrated because we see it so much throughout nature. But there's a lot of things that human beings have done that show that we are capable of overcoming our base nature. I think we can beat the fucking system. I think we can cheat the system. What are you feeling about co-ops? I think they're a good transitory step. And I might employ them if I ever accrue the power I'm looking for. I'm not really sure how to... Right now, at this point, I'm just focused on growing my YouTube presence as much as possible on my main channel, improving and honing my ability to craft a message, sharpening myself up. I'm going to probably have to take it easy on the weed. Not totally give it up, but definitely moderate myself. And I already have to a great extent. I've quit smoking. I already don't drink. Have I dropped out here? They had a little hiccup there. Yeah, I definitely need to answer me, TJ Kirk. Sorry, I didn't see what you said. I answered his question. Now he can't answer. Lol, TJ scared. Lol. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. My bad. Where did it go? Point. Most billionaires are white, TJ. That's the point the professor was trying to make. I watched the whole interview, and it was very cherry-picked to fit his narrative. Most billionaires are white was her point. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I said when I was watching it that there was a strong possibility that it was cherry-picked. So I'm not all that surprised to hear that it was. I didn't see a question from you, but I did, that's what I see. So if you have something else to say, just type it out again. I'll hopefully see it. I'm not trying to dodge some question or something. God's in a cow's ass. Ah! Yeah, that's Bill Hicks. What if we have first contact with aliens and they turn out to be religious conservatives? Then praise Gromulek, I guess. I was the only black guy at the LA meetup. I meet your mom and you're her black boyfriend. My mom does not have a black boyfriend. But nice to meet you, I guess. Was my mom even at the LA meetup? Well, I don't know if my mom was at the LA meetup, but she definitely does not have a black boyfriend. She's married to a white redneck. Hi, TJ. Do you regret not getting more formal education? Do you feel intimidated by someone's degrees? No, not usually. I might have used I used to maybe like a number of years ago, but I've talked to too many college professors that I felt I was smarter than for me to feel too intimidated by college degrees at this point. Her secret black boyfriend. Okay, well, I didn't even meet him, so I'm glad you met him, but I didn't see him. TJ has only one black fan. No, I have 8 black fans. That might just be your ego. No. No, I'm the smartest human being on the face of the earth, and no one has yet proven me wrong. I'm not saying I'm not stupid. I am stupid. All human beings are. But I'm smarter than the rest of you. Not that it's much of a bragging right. You have 8 black friends? No, I have 0 black friends. I have 8 black fans. When's the patron orgy? Tomorrow. You didn't get the invite? There was a white chick at the LA meetup saying she was your mom. She was flirting with the only black guy there. I'm 1/8 a fan. Lol. I don't know. You're gonna have to take that up with her. Doesn't really sound like something my mom would do. And I don't remember if my mom was ever at an LA meetup. But I don't know. When is the moon meetup? We already had that last week. Are you absurd? There are rules anyone can learn to get smarter. Well, someone needs to teach them to humanity broadly. You have friends? Not many. Let me think. How many friends do I have? I mean, can I count like my family member? Can I count family members and like my wife and shit as friends? Because if not, I don't even know if I have any really. I want to play a secret closeted gay preacher in your slasher film. Well, the thing about my slasher film is that all of the victims are going to be thinly veiled parodies of actual figures. Although I do think I have a few that are more like groups, so maybe you could be one of those. I mean, Galen is my friend, but I have not seen Galen in person in years. Even when we lived very close to each other, he became so reclusive that we basically never saw each other. Like, it was a situation where I was living, literally I could walk to Galen's house, but I never saw him. You know, we'd talk online sometimes, but it was always very stilted. So, you know, at this point, I consider Galen a friend, I guess, but he's so, I don't know, he's become so withdrawn that I'm not really sure. The only reason you hated Pirates 4 is because you saw it with Galen. No, I hated Pirates 4 for a number of reasons. The primary reason I hated Pirates 4 was go watch Pirates 4, okay? There's no action in that movie. I know that sounds crazy, but there's no action in Pirates 4. Go watch how it's cut. You will literally, they literally do this cheap editing shit where they show you the beginning of an action and they show you the end of an action and they make your brain fill in the middle. But they don't do it skillfully or artfully like Alfred Hitchcock or something. They literally just show like, they show Jack Sparrow starting to fall and they show him crashing into something. You don't actually see the motion of like the fall. You don't really see, you see barely anything. Like it's every fucking shot that actually would show you the character engaging in the action is pretty much cut out. And the only things you see are the beginning of the action and then the result of the action. And then you're supposed to put it together in your head. So there's no actual action in the movie other than CG shit. And I did not like Ian McShane or whatever the hell his name is, performance as Blackbeard. And fucking Johnny Depp felt like he was on Quaaludes, but he's felt like that to me for a while. Like there's a certain thing that seems to happen to some of these older actors. It happened to Will Smith as well, where their performances at some point just turn into Quaalude Johnny Depp, Quaalude Will Smith. So yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with seeing it with Galen. In fact, I think I hated it more than he did. That was literally 10 years ago, TJ. Well, I'm not the one who brought it up, dude. I don't know what you want. Isn't Galen bipolar? Not to my knowledge. Are you going to see Violent Night? I plan on it. I think it looks pretty interesting. And I saw that it's actually pretty well liked by critics and audiences, which is unusual. So I'm thinking I'm pretty fascinated by it. I already thought the trailer looked interesting, and now seeing that both critics and audiences have responded pretty positively to it, it just gives me even more of a sort of sense of like, this might be like a fun film to check out. Why don't you play the DFF theme song anymore? Because we mostly do the show live, and playing that theme song would be kind of difficult to time. So it's easier to just not do that. Full-size sailboat nested on sands. 2 guys pushed off. Yeah, right. I don't know. Is that from Pirates? Like, oh man, that really took me out of things. What's going on here? Bloop, 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 bloop. Did you remember at one point you saying you want to do a remake of The Blob, which, to be honest, I would actually like to see. I think a more edgy take would be cool. Yeah, I mean, I always wanted The Blob to win, so I feel like we never got to see the full horror of the Blob, which is the Blob consumes all of humanity. My idea was that the Blob can consume not just living things, but also inorganic material, and just kind of like consumes and consumes and consumes until he's consumed the entire planet. And then there's just a giant, where the Earth used to be, there's just a blob of equivalent size. And, then you see it sort of send out its little spores into the universe. And those are all going to other planets. And inevitably, the blob will become the totality of existence, All things will become the blob. A giant vor fantasy. I mean, if I'm going to fantasize about vor, I'm going to fantasize about one creature consuming another in a very traditional manner. The idea of being sort of like liquefied into the blob doesn't really do anything for me sexually. But if it does do something sexually for someone else, hey, good for you. Then for you, it gets to be a jerk-off sesh. For me, it's just a horror movie. Anyway, that concludes the Hour of Power. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for everyone who donated or asked a question. And I love you all. Appreciate you all. Peace.